Well, one of the biggest challenges we've had since we began in business
Mm-hmm.
has been not listening
To
to the
noise,
noise.
people's noise. Mm-hmm.
And noise being anything, that could be noise, TV, it
Mm-hmm.
could be podcasts, it could be books, it could
Social
be
media.
social media, but mainly family, friends, and environment.
Yep.
Family, friends, and environment were the biggest challenge for us in the early days.
Yep.
It's still the case, not so much now, because people know, and the fact that we've had success and being able to grow to the level we've grown at. And now at the start, it was pretty much, now they know that we will do and we will commit to it and that. So it's certainly nowhere near as much. Why are you working 7 days a week?
Yeah.
We're on holiday. Why don't you close the
Why are you not
computer?
coming to the pool? Why are you not closing your computer?
Yeah, why you not take a day off? Why do you not do
Mhm.
it? We don't get that now. We are just, the expectation is Graeme and Leanne will be working.
Mhm.
Graeme will be, Leanne will be busy, but we'll get something.
Or they might have appointments.
Yeah, we've
blah,
got
blah,
stuff.
blah.
They'll probably
So,
have meetings lined up. So all of that stuff. So when we're looking at these things, we're saying, look, the when we're looking at the noise is everywhere.
mhm.
And the noise is the environment that you're in or the environment that you create
Mhm.
through putting the news on and just watching negativity
Yeah.
for it all day, every day, for example, or watching negative or social media negative posts or getting engaged in that.
This isn't it.
Facebook, all of this stuff where people, the keyboard warriors or people that, have never done a thing in their life but want to tell everybody how it should be. So that's a constant battle that we will have till the day
Oh, of
we
course, it'll be,
die.
it'll be a different battle every time
every day.
something else happens. So,
And the bigger you get, the bigger the battles.
but it's how do you deal with the noise or the stress or the pressure, or it's how you get on with that. It's because we focus on the good, and we think, right, okay, that's happened. It's happened. How are we going to either sort it or forget about it and move on? It's not getting caught down with poor me or trying to defend yourself or trying to go back out and you're saying keyboard warriors, go back and react to them. It's not worth it.
No, look, you're not gonna. We don't do that.
No.
I'm saying, that's that. We wouldn't listen to most of the
you
people in normal terms.
No, but a lot of people find themselves going and reacting,
Yeah,
and getting distracted by that noise.
And it's difficult, again, and it's every successful people, doesn't matter who you are in the world, you can see the abuse and the negativity and all that stuff. The reality is, if you want to play in the Champions League or the World Cup or business at the highest level, you need to be able to cope with that negativity, with that noise. And the people that are the most successful cope with the noise the most. You look at Ronaldo.
Oh, yeah.
You look at Ronaldo, the determination of that man over all these years. A noise being, come to the pub. Mum will do this, mum will do that. Look, we'll go for, he goes home. He's on the treadmill in the ice bath. Did that extra training, extra this. That's why he was the best and the top of his game for so many years. These guys' dedication, but most importantly, being able to
cut out the noise,
and deal with the noise. And that is a skill that can't be taught in a book. And for us, it's the most difficult piece of everything we do, because noise comes from everywhere.
It comes,
your family, your friends, all of that stuff, because they're questioning it, because their context is there. You're beyond their context. So that is something that will never stop. And we need, it's not something you can solve. It's something you just need to learn to live with and be good at living with it and being able to thrive
not being
in
distracted
spite
by it.
of all this noise that's going on.
We've got a team around us that help us drown out the noise, if you like, and we've got a good team that.
So I think our what you've got is, as you grow into the big leagues and we're in the bigger leagues, what happens is your team of people are absolutely crucial and critical to dealing with the things without they can see something, or see a problem, or see an issue, and without us knowing about it, we'll pick the flag up for the company, for the group, for us, for our team. They will just go in and deal with that and handle that. Therefore, then the small problem or the problem doesn't become a big problem and land on our shoulders. So our team, our group of directors and board and advisors, their role is to not only just advise us, but they're to make sure that the business is protected, that they are doing their part because they believe in what we're trying to do, they believe in the mission, the strategy, and their role within that is absolutely crucial. And the fact is, we heavily rely on them. This is not a Graeme and Leanne show.
No.
This is a team game. And what we've got is the right
People around us.
players in the right positions or the right clubs, taking the right shots. And we rely on that heavily. So when you go from I to we, that was the transition, because at the start, we were the we. It was only
It was
us
just us.
doing everything.
Yeah.
But when you get into the big business mold, but you have to have, and that team, and unfortunately, there are always casualties, and there's always somebody that just didn't quite make it. But the lesson is we cut quick, because like I said, we've been guilty. I've been guilty of being loyal to the person rather than the result. And it's results. It's a result, because then by not taking that action, I've let the rest of the squad down, and that is no right for everybody else. So that's that I've had to cope with that. I've had to learn that, and certainly that's where we're at going forward now. So that's been one of them.
And we spoke about noise there, and our team are there to protect us from the noise, and almost it shouldn't even get to us.
No, it shouldn't get to us. Most of the things that come across we shouldn't even hear about it. No, it's not anything to do with us. We've got people in key positions right through our companies that should be dealing with those things. They're handsomely rewarded and paid and part of the team. And if everybody's just looking up to us, that just means we're just getting, Tefloned, if you like, right up to us. And we've got to deal with it. And that's the biggest disappointing thing. If we're talking about disappointments, that's where over the years I've had the biggest disappointments. Businesses fail, things don't work out, you lose money. But when you're let down by people that you're heavily reliant on to do their job, and they're telling you one thing, but the results are separate. They've been the most difficult for me, because we're personable people, and when it's not happened, it's just not happened like that. That has been the biggest. Has had the biggest effect, I think, on me personally.